German morning. In Germany, where I'm from, the slang sort of for good morning is moin. M-O-I-N. Moin. I'll see if I can put the phone down here, because I thought I'd start off this Instagram takeover with tidying up my fucking beard. Yes, I will show some new music, but first the important stuff. Moin. Yep. Oh, hi Carmen. Learn something new. Moin. Hey Raven. Fuck yeah. Hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, dude, the remix album just came out and you're already like, new album, when? Yeah, that's all good. I am working with all my might and I will keep you updated, and maybe, just maybe, there's room for a little bit of a sneak peek today, which would be cool. Also, we're gonna do like some Q&A type stuff in a bit, because I want to have like, I want you to have my full attention, so I want to just make sure that I can focus on the questions. Thank you for coming to EDC Mexico. That was awesome. Dude, I had so much fun. Like, me and my VJ were there the entire weekend. It was sick. Hello. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I look like I've been neglecting my skincare a bit. It's like, yeah, gotta fix that. Is there a new album just came up? A new Virtual Riot album this year? Possibly? Possibly? Maybe? Who knows? Haha. Yeah, we're gonna do like a little preview type stuff in a bit. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to read the chat while I fix up my shit here, because this is getting out of control. No, I thought I could do it. The Skrillex beard, the new fluff, but it's just so organized. I just get hobo beard. I immediately get a hobo beard, so I gotta do something about this. Yes, this is the fucking Manscaped razor. And like, you can adjust it, that's why. It's like, I'm not sponsored. Get whatever you want. Oh, is Lumpisketty in here? Who else we got here? Skrillex mentioned. Okay. Just get it down to like 8mm. Just get it tidy. Just have to make sure it's not 0.8. It looks a little weird if I might just do one half. I just do the right half and then we do the other half. Yeah, and hair also definitely needs some fixing, but I am not gonna do that myself. That's gonna be awful. I don't know if I'll be at Blacklist Festival this year. I'll definitely come to Europe. Like, the first Europe show this year is Portugal, which I am stoked for, because I've never been to Portugal before. And then there's also a Hungary show and a couple more. Why is my voice so deep? Because I got out of bed like an hour ago, and this week was a little intense. I think I kind of got a bit of a cold in when I was in Vegas with Steve Aoki, because it was a little freezing. It was raining and the weather was not very Vegasy. All right, half and half, almost. Let's keep going. Morning deep voice. We're in Portugal. I can look that up. Carmen knows that. My VJ knows that. Where's the t-shirt from? This is some, when I was in Vegas, I found this store, like, you know Culture Kings? I saw them first time in Australia many years ago, and I'm actually wearing some pants I got from them back in the like 6 years ago in Australia from Anti-Order is the brand, and then this is from Culture Kings in Vegas. The brand's called Loiter, and I was just like, yo, I like the neon yellow, I like the symmetry, like the shape. Let's go. You're the reason I make EDM music. Oh, thank you. Cut it off completely. It looks very strange when I cut it off. In Belgium, I think we're doing maybe Rampage? Who knows? Possibly. I'm not gonna cut my hair, that's gonna be awful. I could try and like, you know, do a little bit up here for that undercut vibe, but I don't trust myself with that. I'm just gonna like go a little further up here and then we're gonna be fine. Get that off. Or go the other way. Woohoo. Color-based, my deep voice. That somehow feels slightly sexual. But whatever. Are you? I'm so excited to come to Guatemala. I've never been. Like, I'm so happy every time I go. I get to go a place that I've never been before, and like, damn, I am excited for that. I hope I'll have some time to like look around and check it out. In Germany, I don't know. We'll see. Definitely around Germany. Okay, it's time for the second half. Gotta get going here. Gotta make some progress. I don't know if I'll be in Peru yet. Don't think so, maybe. Hello. Kannst du mal was Deutsches sagen? Ja, kann ich auch. aber das verstehen dann die anderen nicht. Someone asked if I could say something German, and I said, yeah, I can, but then the others aren't gonna understand it. When is Hercules gonna play any live show? Who's Hercules? Oh, hey Sharks! How you doing? Yeah, dude, shave streaming, that's the new thing. You saw it here first. I hope I don't fuck up, but this is very... I don't think I can. I have like no idea what I'm doing, shaving wise. I feel like there's like this, at a certain age, a man should know how to take care of his beard. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. I have mad respect for those barista lumberjack beards, however they do that. But that will never be me. Yeah, dude, I'm so down to do New Zealand again. I think next year. I don't know if we can do Australia this year. Are we? No, last year I had to like skip it, which I'm very sorry for, but that was for health reasons. Oh, nice. Yeah. Dude, yeah, Excellent Life is fun. I'm like trying to make something similar but with some other features, with like using Ableton stock. Who's upgraded to Live 12 yet? Yeah, I'm probably also just gonna watch some beard shave tutorials at some point. Honestly, there's this YouTube channel that's like where this guy like explains all these everyday life things, and it's like from the point of view of like a dad. Like it's like your dad teaching you how to do this, how to do that, and like it's so wholesome because a lot of people who like either their parents were divorced or their dad died like when they were young, it's like apparently they have like a really wholesome connection with this guy and his videos, and it's been very helpful. I thought it was cute. Beard Ableton rack. The shave rack. Actually, that's not a bad name for some cool... What could the shave rack be? What effects has the shave rack? Is it shaving something off the sound? And if so, what is it shaving? Frequency? Volume? dynamics. Limiter. Yeah, a clipper kind of makes sense. It's just like shaving off the top. Okay, just gotta do the neck real quick. Get this organized. Yeah, cleaning up the sound from unwanted noise. Frequency cleanup thing. Shaving frequency give you a signal, realize something like smooth. I would love to come to Chile. I think we've tried it before, but it's been like some issues with, I don't know if it was government regulations or something, but I bet it's gonna happen at some point. I see someone saying bring back modern talking. As a German, I agree. Modern talking was amazing. Yeah, like a clipper would kind of make sense, but it would have to be something special, because there's a lot of good clippers out there already, and I feel like it would have to be something unique to like make sense. But oh wait, I'm a scroll up a bit. There were some longer questions. I currently live in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Hey, I'm just curious, but do you think Live 12 was necessary, or is there actually a lot of cool features? For me personally, there are some really cool features that I love for like the way I make music, but this might not be how you make music, or what something you maybe would use once or twice, and then it's like, it's not part of my workflow. So I feel like that's the most important part about audio software, and why I encourage everyone to try demos of everything before buying it. Because like if you have like a 20-30 day demo, then that's a solid amount of time to just see if it ends up actually being in your workflow or not. Because, yeah, if it doesn't, it's just going to sit there. Collab with Nasco when? Oh, that's a good idea. Is your next album space themed? I'm not gonna say anything about the themes or a name or something for the next album yet, because I have something, but it is gonna be a secret for as long as possible. Let me sound. Oh, what vape liquid? Oh, these are just the Hype, like HYPPE. This is cotton clouds. It's like mild and sweet cotton candy type. Dude, Sunny has the same brand. Let me just show you something real quick that I was working on the last couple of days. So I've been making this crazy rack thing here. That's like on this audio track with just one little sample. So this plays every bar and nothing else happens. And then you turn on the magic and it turns into... And then if you don't like it, you can just hit R and you get a different pattern. Try again. Try one more time. This is the one. Da 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 da. Yeah. It's like AI music. I get it with like all the randomization. It's not a sampler that chooses a random sample. You put the sample on the audio track, and then the rack creates a pattern for you. But still working on it and trying, call and response is a good point, like trying to get that down and as part of the rack as well. But I wanted to make a YouTube video about this where it's like like generative music making versus AI music making, because AI stuff sounds still like at best, and I also like I want to be in control of the chaos, and if something gets randomized or generated, I want to have like some control over the parameters. And generative tools are, in my opinion, a lot cooler, because you set the parameters really. You can be really precise and specific with it, and then it does sort of something, but in like this area that you've sort of directed it towards. Wait, a few months ago you were talking about a Redline seeker, which is supposed to be even heavier than Redline. Can you show us the project? Let me see if that works. Let me see if I can open that. Oh god, what did I name that? My project files are just... Boy, have a look at these. This is .als. Let's see. Some make sense and some definitely don't. Oh, yep, Xena and Workray project files. I didn't work on those. Super trance, super poppy, super hype, super emo trance, space radar, song 3, squirrel generator, save yourself, ooh, Reese filler, there's like all just these like tiny little things, Psytrance intro. I think that's actually the Hysteria project file. But let me see if Stardust, sure. Let me see if I have the project file of that new one. Apparently I do, and it is 27 megabytes. Holy cow, I don't know why. So let's see if that opens. Emo trends. Yes. Yeah, sometimes I just mash the keyboard and it's a randomly generated name. I try to... Someone's like, don't ignore my question. I'm scrolling up, dude. What was the question? Just post it again. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. What am I drinking? I'm drinking the wrong item. This is the wrong item. This is not what I ordered. That's why I'm drinking. It's very hard to get because it's not on any menu. You can't just say, hey, I would like a large wrong item. This only happens. This is not Starbucks. We were talking about sound generation. Is it possible to load random samples into a sampler or simpler? Like with Ableton 12? Yeah, sort of. Like it does give you this option of having the sound similarity search, where you can say, hey, replace all the samples in this drum rack with similar samples. And you can like hold certain samples in place though, like don't change the kick drum, but change everything else, or only change the snare, or something like that. Have you heard Mr. Bill's other work with Eli Derp, like this one? Oh yeah, dude, their collabs have been dope. I love Bill, I love Eli Derp, good stuff. All right, I'll ignore the rude Russian comments. Not all Russians are rude, by the way. I don't want to generalize here. What conditioner do you use? Whatever is available. I honestly never thought that I would be ending up. Oh yeah, I've messed with the generative MIDI stuff. It's interesting. I'm trying to dial in how to use it the best way. Now, when I got my hair dyed for the first time, up until then, I never had to use conditioner in my life. And I always was like, why do people use conditioner? What the hell is that for? And now it makes sense. Because ever since I had it bleached for the first time, after shampoo, it just is so dry and doesn't feel right. And then suddenly you need conditioner, and it's like, okay, fine, I guess I'm one of those people now. Which is okay. When was the last time you got a haircut? It was a bit ago, a couple months. How much do you keep up with the underground dubstep scene? I've got a few people that I talk to who also send me new stuff, like Definitive, like Alfonso and some other peeps. And I sometimes go through SoundCloud, just going into the SoundCloud rabbit hole, you know. When is the next time you're gonna color your hair? Pretty soon. I'm trying. I'm trying to find the time, but now I do have a weekend or two off, so I would have the time. I'm waiting to hear back from the guy who did the initial colorization of this, because he did a sick job. It was like 4 different colors. As you can see, this is all mashed together now and washed out. So I just gotta do it again, and definitely, oh god, this needs to be cleaned up. Don't look at it! I don't talk Spanish, I'm sorry. I wish I'd show Spanish in school. This would have helped me so much in the US. Oh, MacBlah. I always get excited when you find music that my friends make, like Vex. Dude, yeah, tell Vex that his stuff's awesome. There was one of the more recent ones that reminded me of Imanu that he made. Crazy stuff. So good. I keep thinking it's December or something, like a second a secret side account or something. Everyone asks questions about music. When's the last time someone asked you what conditioner you use? Yes. Those are real questions. Save Yourself Part 2. That'd be fun. I made an Ableton record first as a sample scanner with hella automations, but how do I import random samples into Simpler with a push of a button? So, yeah. I see the problem, and I hope so. First of all, in Ableton 12 with like the sample similarity search, I like it. I love it actually. But if you do it in the browser on the side, if you go to a sample pack here, let me show you. Like if you go somewhere, and you're like, hey, I like I don't know, this kick drum from Splice here, and then show me. So that one, show me similar ones. Then you get results from like everywhere in your library. Or you can say, hey, only show me other similar kicks in that Splice folder. And then it limits the search to that folder. When you do that with a drum rack or a simpler, like here, where you say like, okay, let's replace all those samples with new ones, or maybe just this kick up here with a new one that's kind of similar, then you can't restrict it to certain folders. And I wish you could, because that would be really cool. Then you can just do that with a simpler, restrict it to a folder with all these random samples that you wanted to possibly have. Alternative is you make a simpler with, or a sampler with 128 different samples, just like spread out over the, like, what's it called, chain selector? Like, beep, get a sampler. Open the zone thing. I've got this. You can add up to 128 samples, and then those are selected here. You can either have them like a different sample on every key, select them by velocity, or using the chain selector. I guess you could put more into one sampler if you do it with velocity as well. If ultimately you don't want the velocity to be controlling the volume, that way you could sort of get even more stuff, or chain selector and key. But yeah. Then you could have it, you could have something like, let's say the chain selector is selecting which sample is being played, then you could link that to a macro, and then every time you click randomize on the audio effect rack, it grabs a different sample. But it would limit it to 128, unless you do some crazier stuff, or you do multiple samplers with multiple bunches of 128 samples, and then it also randomly selects which sampler is being used. But yeah. Show us the racist samples folder. Actually, I have a funny story about that. This is where it gets spicy. Ableton's frequency shifter beats all other plugins. They phase shift and dual sound by default usually. Echo Boat by Sonic Charge is a really good frequency shifter. I got a beard hair in my mouth from shaving. Meetup in Bass Paradise, Budapest. I'd love to. Never been there. Oh yeah, I'll put This Could Be Us VIP on Patreon. Yes. Yes. Don't Get Too Close remix in Guatemala. Easy. Say less. Yeah, the smear and Echo Boat is fantastic. I'm not playing any games at the moment for I used to play a bunch last year at the start of the year. I was like mostly on my Switch and Enter the Gungeon. I played the new Zelda, which I really loved, but the last couple of months I've just been like making music and touring, and I haven't really missed it. I know once I got this next release done, I'll have some time and make some play some games. I still haven't played Half-Life Alyx. I have an index which I want to try out, but your hand tattoo. Oh yeah, this is just I need to get this touched up. Sine, square, triangle, saw. There's a bit of fading a bit. Oh, I play Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8. I'm down. I will destroy you. Sangha. Was that the Buddhist Sangha? Star Destroyer ID Showcase. Oh, to OTT tattoo. Yes. Okay, yeah, no, let's have a look at this real quick. So, let me see if this works, because there are some missing files, because I moved this over. Let's see, okay, how to recover your files properly. Usually, if you click like a search here, something might show up over yonder, and then you can double click that and say, yes, please look for other missing files. And 22 new ones found, 22 replaced, that went well. D&B Snare 3, try that. Yes, also replace. Nope. What else we got? Clicky 3. Oh boy, I think I know what that is, but let's just do the automated search. Like at some point when I'm like, okay, I don't care anymore. I've been looking for too many individual ones, I just start and do that. Usually it's not too bad. Let's see. 11 new candidates found, 1 replaced. Okay, let's see. What else we got here? Yup. This is not a Sultan loop. It's just, I just named it that because it sounds a little bit like it. Oh, it's gonna not have the snare. Damn. Trappy snare? Is it that one or is it? Oh, it could be anything. Damn it. Yeah, let's just have a look at this and see what is playing and what is not. I think there are some frozen tracks that might also not be working. I think this starts just with a drop, because I initially just made the drop and then I arranged the whole thing. You might be able to hear that the... Oh, hey, oversample. You might be able to hear that there's no sidechaining happening, because I moved this over from my old laptop, and on that it's like the old shaper box. So let's just replace that real quick and show you all how I do my sidechaining, because I've seen some people ask questions about it, where they were wondering why I would put like a little bit of, like, why do I use the track delay for sidechaining? So what I usually use is I use shaper box, and then I make like a shape something like this, where like at the start you have a ramp down that is not exponential in any way, just like down straight, and then maybe as long as you can, down here you can sort of see, if you move this point, 6.5 milliseconds looks good, and then the rest also looks good. MIDI trigger, and then trigger that from this MIDI track, so output sidechain already goes to shaper box, beautiful. And then, so what this does is, and why I do this fade in, is because if you have like your sub or other things with low end, and the sidechain just cuts off that massive sine wave that is the sub, like at a point where it's up or down, then you get a click, and that little pop sound might mess with your drum transients. So this way you're safe, because you're just like fading it out real soft, but also real quick. But that makes the sidechain a little bit late, so you gotta pull the trigger a couple milliseconds early. Now we're sidechaining. All right, see what we got here.
Assembly. A digital computer connected to an organ console makes it possible for tones to be developed with unprecedented accuracy.
There's also no mastering on this yet, because I realized that I don't have Ozone 9 on here either. But it sounds alright. I really like this, how that synth turned out. I made like a little tom thing with Serum. This is like stuff I teach in my class at Slam Academy, where it's like how to make drum samples with Serum. This is like some sort of synth type tom. almost more like a 808. But like that layers really well with that synth. Yay! We're hearing it through laptop speakers. Actually, the big boys are on, but still, it has to go through my phone, so it's probably not gonna sound great.
You can all go fuck yourselves.
I'm surprised it doesn't sound like ass because of some of the missing samples, and I think some freezes might also be missing. There's a fun little thing happening here with this Reese fill that so the original file is from a sound design session with the hyper chorus, and without effects it sounds like this. It's pretty close, same with effects. I try to pitch map it a tiny bit to do like the at the end. I think there's even a little bit of an idea of a second drop here. So I do like the chord changes here. Yeah, there's like so much melodic stuff coming too, you don't even know. This is probably the heaviest thing I've made in a while, but there's gonna be a lot of cool melodic stuff. This was sort of an idea for the second drop, I think. Let's see what this sounds like. Definitely like Xena inspired, sort of, just with the world music vibe. So now let me explain the racist samples folder. I'm gonna go back with a story actually that happened to me, and this is nothing bad. I was just informed about this. So Splice sells a couple of packs from, I don't know what label, what company it is, doesn't matter, with like Foley background sounds, like city ambience and like field recordings. And in one of those packs, there's a field recording of a city, of a village, and there's like noise in the background, and then you hear someone sort of singing or saying something through a loudspeaker. And apparently it is the Muslim call for prayer, the Adhan. I'm probably butchering that word, I'm very sorry. Which, understandably, they don't like that being used in music. So someone made me aware of this, and I removed it wherever I could. I think it might still be somewhere in one or two of the songs because I just liked the atmosphere of it. But if it's still in anywhere, someone let me know and I'll get it removed. But I feel like I feel like Splice should tell you sort of, or let you know that, yeah, that like. No, but it makes sense. Like, if there's some singing or some chanting or some voice in the background in a sample, you should probably, like, at least know what it says or where it's from. And I just used it because I thought, oh, it's so quiet in the back. And, yeah. So that was that. But then from that out, it was just some sort of, and I think a lot of producers actually do this, where it's like an in-joke that if you use world music samples or ethnic samples, loops of like world music instruments, like tribal chants and singing and stuff like that, that it just, sometimes as a producer, you just feel this weird, like slight cultural appropriation vibe where it's like, but it's more of like a joke. So the racist samples folder is just like all actually really good, like world music loops and one shots. And I was actually schooled on this as well with like, because of like, can music be racist? And yes, it can be, but like not in the way, usually not in the way that everyone like thinks about it. Where, for example, I was talking to a Chinese person, and we were talking like let me just get a sound here I can place for an example. We were talking about like music, and there was a piano, so I could like play the little melody, and we were talking about like I was talking about the standard like. Can't play it here. Never mind. Keyboard doesn't work. Like, you know, the da-da-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-da, that like riff. And I asked them like if that's racist, and then they were like, no, why? Like, why is that racist? And then I was like, I don't know. It's just like the Asian melody. And then I felt really stupid because it's like, no, that's not racist. The context matters. And like in what way is it being used? What's the purpose behind how it's being used? It's like how, you know, if someone dresses up like mariachi band vibe with a sombrero and like a full-on like Mexican outfit that looks like it's from a movie, but they're not Mexican, then like other people who are like not involved are gonna be like, that's so racist. And then if you ask actual Mexicans, they're like, yo, this is funny, this is cool. So it's like, sometimes it was the same experience I had with like that Asia riff. So, little tangent there on the racist samples folder. But obviously everyone knows I'm German, so all Germans are racist. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like the point, are you making fun of it or not? That's the point. And like, also, if you're making fun of it, then it's also like, there's also a level where that's okay in a certain way, where like, I was thinking, for example, let's say, and this is the final solution joke, no. This is also like, a lot of comedians kind of get this as well, and talk about this, where it's like, making jokes about, for example, disabled people, if I had like a disability, like I couldn't walk, and then comedians didn't make jokes about people who couldn't walk or something like that, I would feel left out. Honestly, I can understand that some people might be offended, like, and also some normal people who don't have anything special might be offended by some jokes, and some disabled people might be offended by disabled jokes. But I honestly would feel left out, and I'd be like, why don't I get some jokes too, you know? And I think a lot of people in all kinds of places would think the same way. But it's obviously a matter of, what's the context here? Are we trying to have fun, or are we actually trying to insult people? And, like, I don't know, spread hatred and shit like that, so, yeah. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk about, about racism. Stream numbers, just going down. Oversampled still there. Oh, the techno tune from the stream. Oh yeah, that one's fun. Yeah, we can have a look at that too. How many push-ups can I do? Oh boy, no, don't, no. Why you salt me? I no salt you. Love back to India. I hope I can come and play some shows. I've never been to India. I'd love to. Oh yeah, so that techno tune was this. Yeah, moving accents. that's also something I've been teaching a lot in the little like Slam Academy music class that I have, like polymeters / moving accents and the difference between polyrhythms and polymeters, because polymeters are everywhere in EDM and in pop music too. They're like a lot more digestible than polyrhythms, and they can be just as cool in my opinion. It lines up with Don't Need You well. Oh, I might try. Will you ever come to Italy? Yes, I've played in Italy before, but that was a long time ago. I'd love to come back. The like techno drop in the Neon Angel VIP is mostly Electric's idea. So shout out Electric. Yeah, like, so someone said, I always love techno. When non-techno artists do it, it's so weird. So I actually, like, there's a lot of cool stuff that happens when you sort of, when you branch out into some other genres that you've never done before. Because, first of all, it's, like, exciting and you learn a lot of new stuff because you end up not doing the same things over and over that you usually do. And then, two, you kind of get to do all the cliches and tropes again yourself, because you might just discover them if you like if you just go like, I'm gonna try and make some progressive techno or melodic techno, and then you just go, you start just coming across these tropes and cliches that probably have already been rinsed to death in the genre, but you're experiencing and like discovering them for the first time, and you're really excited about it, and that ultimately actually will lead to some really cool ideas. And even if that song you're making does fit in does hit a bunch of cliches of that genre, because you're doing it for the first time, you'll end up doing it really well, and it might come out really good, and everyone's gonna love it. So there's like a small chance for that. Yeah, someone said not every producer can do dubstep, but dubstep producers can do any genre. So, sort of true. I know what you mean. It's definitely a cool starting point for anyone who wants to get into production, because yeah, you just learn how to use everything and how to make like the weirdest sounds. But sometimes you need a little bit of the bread and butter too. Like if you just get really good at dubstep, but you've never recorded vocals or something, or like, yeah, or just like processed raw vocals as well. Like that's, but you can learn it on YouTube now. There's so much on YouTube. What can you say about the new sample pack so far? It's both melodic and heavy, but there's one sample pack coming out soon, which I'm very happy about, and it's big. It's like 1,000 samples. And I can show you some tiny little preview. Tiny little preview. Let me just show you. And then we've got sick drum loops that I really like. Like we got stuff like this. Like some really cool wonky beats. Then in like the percussion loops, there's a lot of stuff I also really like. And a lot of melodic synths that are really sweet. And yeah, maybe one or two bass loops. So there's like some. Got some of that. Good stuff. The one-shots are where it's at, though, in my opinion. I did a poll about this on Twitter. I made a few, like, self-made, self-trained AI generated, like, one-shot shouts. Like, where I just go, like...
Come selector! Come selector! Come selector!
Where it's, like, an AI trained on my voice, then text-to-speech, then processed in Ableton, and just to like see what's gonna come out, and it's like, it sounds really cool. It's like,
let's try something different.
Alright, let's try something different.
It does sound like my voice, but it's sort of removed a little bit of the German accent. What was your experience with organ and classical music? I come from a background with a wind ensemble, and I moved from producing to writing classical, and I've always loved that in your music. Thank you. Yeah, I did 10 years of piano lessons, and then like obviously continued to play piano after that, and then I did like a church organ course for 3 years, played in a couple of churches, and then did the university course in Germany where there's also like a lot of classical music training and music theory in there. And I loved it. It's like the organ stuff is just like a little like level 2 after piano, because it's like a little more intense because you got multiple manuals and you got the pedals you got to do with your feet as well. The only thing that's also weird is you don't have velocity on an organ. It's just on or off, which is interesting. And then that was the idea for Pray for Rhythm, because I was like, I play church organs so much currently, I might as well just use that in the song. Oh, the Spitfire Skrillex ID. Did you collaborate on that track? No. But I feel like, oh, hey, The Forgotten. Thank you for your dope-ass remix. Oh yeah, I totally forgot what the stream was actually about. The Simulation DLC remix album is out since Friday. I hope everyone's been enjoying it. I did a live show in more or less live. I made the mix like the day before in VR chat at Shelter Club last night, which was cool. Played some IDs and played out all the remixes. There's probably a mix of it or some streams recorded of it already on YouTube. What can you say about your work with Skrillex? It's fun. I love it. I learn so much every time. I hope that I can be helpful to him as well. We've been just like, it's been just like random moments where it just happened that something worked out and that we like worked on or that I helped out with. I don't know what I'm allowed to say, so I'm just gonna be very vague, very vague. I showed up last night. Oh, thank you. Yeah, dude, last night was cool. It was a little laggy for me, but it was fine. I had fun. I remember you played out a song. This song, I think, Skrillex, that's probably never gonna come out. Yeah, I mean, because I don't know. It could not. Never know. I'm trying to see if I have any other cool shit to show real quick before I take a little break and just do like some story Q&A stuff. Oh, actually, wait. Can we do like questions? Oh, there. Answer questions. Your favorite remix of DLC? That's really difficult. I like what Jesse did, like the Subtronics remix. I like the variety and the second drop of that one. Frank killed it with the So Sorry remix. I've been playing that one out all the time. Mr. Bill and Eli that one's really fun, and shout out to Mr. Bill for just making 2 remixes. This is so nice. So this is hard to pick. This is a beat question. What happened with the Nate edit? Yeah, that one needs to, like, that one was just so short and never got finished. Just wanted to say we often just really hope that you're having a good year. Ah, yes, I am. Thank you. Question. I like you so much. Was there a track you were working on and then lost the project file, plan to release it? I bet that's happened in the past, but it wasn't something incredibly awful. Otherwise, I would definitely remember it. There are some project files right now that I want to work on for the next album, but they don't open anymore. But they open in Ableton 12, which I'm very happy about. So, at least from my experience, Ableton 12 has been more stable than 11. But I can only speak for myself. It also really depends on what plugins you've got installed, what OS you have, what your computer looks like. Release a new album, please. That's not a question, but yes. Least favorite genre and favorite genre. I feel like least favorite would just be country. Just like straight up country. Like even hardstyle I can take for longer than country. If the lyrics are about trucks, women, beer, and whiskey, I'm out. Like, sometimes in an Uber to the airport, they'll have the radio on and it'll be on some country music station, and then I hear lyrics like, people say I have a drinking problem, but I have no problem drinking at all. I'm just like, nope. It hurts. There's some like cool crossovers, like Country Rhythm or Better Than Gold. I think is a really cool drum and bass country mix. That one is cool. Like it can work. And I don't know if some people would consider some of Nickelback country, but old Nickelback like fucks. That stuff is good. They used to go hard. Current dream collab would be with Enter Shikari. Or Rao from Enter Shikari. We have connected some time ago, and I wanna start something maybe for the album or something. Like I wouldn't care where it comes out. I just want to make music with him. I tried the Chroma plugin. Yeah, I've beta tested it, and it's really nice. I like it. New music soon. Yes, greetings from Argentina. Greetings back. Would you make a tear out song? I feel like the We're Not Alone VIP first drop is like, that's like my type of tear out, sort of. I wouldn't want to do like a just standard pan bass. Dun 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 dun. But shout out Tynan, his stuff's awesome. His Skanka flip, so good. I've been playing it a lot. I'm gonna tap out for a second. I will do another live stream later today, like in a few hours, because I gotta go and pick up Instacart because I need water. I am severely dehydrated. Maybe that's why I look like this right now. I did have breakfast, and I am gonna, yeah, dude, let's do a cumbia track for the album. I will do some stories and then answer some questions in the stories as well. I'll like post do the thing, you know. And yeah, and then I'll see you all later for another round of this, and then we're gonna shave the rest off. No, I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you later. Thank you all for chiming in, and I'm just gonna post some funny stories and then see you in a few hours. Bye.